Hey guys, so in this video I want to do a little tutorial on how to frog lube your firearms. I have this gun, which is my Ruger 1022, completely disassembled because I don't want to make this on how to frog lube this gun exactly. I just want to do a general how to frog lube your firearm. So when you go and buy your frog lube, you can buy it individually, or you can buy the kit, and the kit comes with the liquid frog lube, which you can use in the bore, and this paste. It comes with a brush and a microfiber, as you can see over here. So first step is to field strip your gun, whichever gun you're using, field strip it, and you need to remove all the oils and solvents from your gun before you apply the frog lube. By doing that, you can use a degreaser. The one I used was Simple Green. It's great because it's all natural and it's biodegradable. So I just wiped all my parts down with Simple Green and wiped it all off. And now you can get started. The other thing you're going to need is a hair dryer or a heat gun. Heat gun might get the metal a little too hot, but a hair dryer works fine for me. So I'll get started in 1 second. Okay, now that you have your gun field stripped and degreased, now you can begin to apply the frog lube. So the first step is to heat up the metal. The first thing I'm going to start with is the receiver. So I'm going to use the paste. Let me show you what that looks like. It's just a paste. It smells good. It smells like mint. Okay, I'm going to heat up the metal with a hair dryer, and once it gets a little bit too hot to touch, then I'll apply the frog lube. So I'll be right back. Okay, the metal's very hot, and I'm taking some of this paste on the brush and just simply brushing the metal. The metal is going to be very hot, so the frog lube will melt on contact with the metal. And just try and focus on the crucial parts where the most friction is going to be at first, and then you can go on the outside of the receiver. Let me zoom out a little bit. This metal is very hot. So just get everything covered. Make sure you get all the cracks and crevices in the receiver. Now I'm just going to move to the outside. You can see as the stuff goes on very nicely, just melts and spreads all over the metal. It smells nice too. Doesn't have that nasty chemical solvent smell. It smells like fresh mint. So just going over the receiver, getting everything protected. Almost done. One more side. This stuff is great because it says it will protect from rust and prevent jams. And from my experience, it does what it says. I live by my word, and you can believe what I say because I tested this out, and for me it worked great. Okay, the receiver's done, and now I'm going to move on to the bolt and the charging handle. Same process, just heat it up and then apply the frog lube. Okay, so I got a close-up on the bolt and the charging handle. So hopefully you can see a little bit closer what I'm doing. All you do is get some on the brush and brush it on. Pretty simple, but it's just a little time consuming and tedious, but the results are well worth it. Well worth the time and effort. And I mean, it's a little pricey at about $25 for the kit, but as you can see, they give you quite a bit of frog lube. I think it's a good investment. I invested my money in it and I'm very satisfied with it. Okay, that's it for the bolt and charging handle. And now we'll move on to the trigger assembly. Okay, now we got the trigger assembly nice and hot. Use some paste on your brush and just go to town with it. I'm not going to take the trigger assembly apart. I'm just going to brush the insides the best I can. Let me drop the hammer. It's hot metal. Make sure everything's covered and protected. Okay, and I'm also going to frog lube my bolts, my pins here, and just all the other metal pieces. And then for the bore, what you're going to do is use a patch and wet it down with this liquid frog lube and run it down the bore, get it soaked, and then basically you're done. Now you just have to let the frog lube soak into the metal for at least 1 hour. So go have some lunch, go do something, go for a jog. I don't know. Just let it sit for an hour, and then I'll let mine sit for an hour and I'll come back to you guys. I've allowed all my parts to sit for a little bit over an hour with the frog lube on it, and as you can see, the frog lube leaves almost like a waxy coating on the metal. Yeah, you can see right there. So that's why they give you this rag, this microfiber, and all you do is just go back over and just wipe all the parts off. Simple as that. Wipe all your parts off, wipe your bolt off, and then once everything's wiped off, you go ahead and reassemble the gun. You do not need to add any more oil or lubricant or anything else. Do not add anything else. The way this works is when the gun heats up, well, when you heat the metal up and apply the frog lube, the pores in the metal open up and absorb the frog lube into the metal, and then when you're shooting the gun, as it heats up, those pores in the metal open up and release the frog lube, which lubricates the firearm. So basically your gun is self-lubricating, and I have past experience with it, and I really think this is a great product. So I'm gonna wipe all the parts down and I'll be right back. And there you go, your firearm is frog lubed. And the instructions say to frog lube the gun 2 or 3 times, and then after that you don't need to frog lube it again. That means you can fire it and then simply just wipe the grime off the inside of the gun and you're good to go. You don't need to apply it again. And I think that's great. So far with my experience, it's worked great. After you shoot the gun, you come back home and all of the powder and the carbon and everything just wipes right off. There's no need for solvents or anything else. It just wipes right off. So I hope this video helps you guys and shows you how you frog lube your firearms. Okay guys, thanks for watching.